Howdy, howdy. This is Blue Otter. Today we're playing Times and Galaxy. Intern. Okay, this is Ursula. We have an issue. What's wrong? Because I didn't go to that one that she wanted me to go to because I wanted to do the rain. Somehow a gaggle of light drinker ills have gotten loose on the scanner. They're little creatures who love drinking up all the light they can. Whatever room one is in will be plunged into darkness. As you can imagine, this is not conducive to getting work done. I need you to run around and grab each one. You should be able to store them safely in your robo pockets and the lights will come back on. They're solitary creatures, so there's likely only one per room. Yeah, I'm happy to help. Good. We're counting on you, intern. No one else wanted to do it. Yep, just leave it for the robot to do. Stay calm, everyone. Yeah, okay. What is this? Kachak. Captured. Chaos and panic. Oh, hey, intern. Name file missing. What's your unremarkable self up to? I'm looking for light drinker eels. You still don't know my name, trying to get the lights back on. You still don't know my name? Haha. You still haven't done anything worth remembering. Ouch. But don't fret, name file missing. I've got my lenses trained on you. If you do anything interesting, I'll capture it. Intern, I have an urgent message you must take to the newsroom. It's of the utmost importance. Okay, what is it? Yeah, what is it? It's important, that's what it is. Insouciant intern, here's the message. I won't be coming to the newsroom until the lights are restored. Run and tell them as fast as you can. Off you go. Yeah, I'm gonna get right on that. Has nobody heard of a flashlight? Hey, Pipsqueak. Now, don't mind me. Thought I'd use the shutdown to get some shut-eye. It's mid-cycle. Are you tired? What about the eels? Martinez patented 2P rule. Not my problem, not my purview. Sleep, on the other hand, I see sleep as a pesky biological interruption. Something I never want, but that my human body needs. I dream of being awake and alert for all the hours of the cycle, never missing a thing. But since I haven't yet been able to do away with the REM or MMM entirely, I try to optimize my snoozing. So that when there's important space work to do, nothing will stand in my way. Not my body, not its urges, nothing. That sounds uncomfortable. I wish I could do that. What about your work for this cycle? Too many distractions. What with the eels on the loose, the lack of light, better use of my time to nod off as planned. Or nap. NAP, nod off as planned. But sleep isn't gonna go to itself. It's time I turned down and turned in. So I can be awake when it matters. Stay fresh, Pipsqueak. I'm just gonna see if there's who else is here. And then I'll go check the sports guy. Brr. Chillier here. We miss the archives, our true home. When was the last time we visited the bunks, Twin? Oh, Twin, it's been cycles. Don't you sleep here? Are the archives okay with the power out? You should get out of the archives more. Incorrect. We should get out of the archives less. A foolish assumption of what would be best for us. Do you know the heart of our minds? The minds of our hearts? You do not. And you never will. Leave us now. And go ponder your conversation failure. Wow, you're friendly. Hey, Blue Water. Everyone thinks I'm the one who brought the light drinker eels. But there's no way I could afford those things. I don't even like eels. Or snipe orbs even. Nothing eel-like. Except a Plong the eel-like Muncho player. But it doesn't matter. No one believes me. I'm sorry, Billy. What was this? Coal? Someone laid out a game of obsidiograms. Some say they should be easier to distinguish, but their inscrutable nature is half the fun. Okay, I'm just focusing on the ones that have the exclamation mark above them. It is dark. I don't know what I'm looking for. There's one somewhere in this room. I'll leave it to Arwen. How are you enjoying your first union mandated cycle off? I'm still basically working. It's a nice change of pace. I'm eager for my next assignment. There will be plenty of stories for you next cycle. Even machines need breaks sometimes. Can't say the same for the rest of these bums. I don't suppose you've seen an eel. Nothing more stops. How's my performance? How is my performance? A bit of an odd time to ask, but how's my reputation? Your reputation is good, I think. We aren't getting any angry reader responses about you, at least. That's usually a decent sign. Nice work, Blue Otter. How's readership? Readership is good. Not always the goal, but I guess it means we have jobs. What else would you like to know? How are you liking my work? Most of what you write is alien interest. I know I don't always assign the hardest news, but try to approach your stories with more weight, please. Curious about anything else? That's all I wanted to know. Smart Robo. Have fun on the rest of your cycle off, slacker. I'm kidding. Mostly. Did you find what was making that noise? I was gonna ask him if he had seen one, but I wanted to... Okay, let's try running. Blue Otter, didn't see you there. Yeah, because it's dark. I was working on my hollow spreadsheets for next Decacycles cases. Gotta keep up on my rubrics. What are some cases? Yeah, what are some cases? Cases are varied, as are Dorp's crimes. A pubescent verge accused of criminal clumsiness when they knocked over an unsuspecting Zeal tank with their newly grown horns at Mardaloop. A false advertising case against a neo-human claiming their 12-ton zucchinis were organic, and an old robo fight champion suing the Augur manager for damages, saying the Augur had been reprogramming the robo to push past his pre-programmed comfort zone setting in the ring. I sometimes think I could do this job all cycle, every cycle. Don't tell the employer's negotiating team I said that. Haha. Your secret's safe with me. How could I tell them I don't know them? One day our court together, or a day at the court together was interesting. Yeah, your secret's safe with me. Thank you, friend. I'm here to talk anytime. Except during my company mandated break times, which is right now. I definitely take those. I do. On the record. Game seems to be malfunctioning. All signs point to 2 minutes of ill inference. Okay. Is that back there? Okay, I did not see anything here. Yeah, I should have asked Arwen about... We have... Watch your step, you don't want to track goo all over the floor. Here's the past interns have written their names and a handful of messages on the wall here. Judging from some of the dates, it's a tradition almost as old as times and galaxy. Names include Chillin the Great, Vitica Starburst, and Arwen Vates. There's also a crude doodle of Editor-in-Chief Ursula Laser Cunningham. Would you like to add to the wall? To do so would be vandalism. I'll write my name. Doodle self-portrait. Your doodle is a photorealistic portrait of your head on shoulders. This way, you're guaranteed to leave a mark on the journalism industry because you literally just left a mark on the journalism industry. I know it seems the ants have entered into a civil war over the disagreement. Let's hope they can soon put an end to the senseless bloodshed. Does not seem to be anything over this way. That's the way I came out. Hold on, because this goes... Yeah, I think that goes to the bunks. Or does this one go to the bunks? Oh, I bet this is one. No, that's not what I was trying. There. You found a light drinking eel. This one appears to have been reading up on its kind in the archives. Oh, there's Puff Piece. Blurble. Okay, now that I kind of know what they look like. I don't think I saw those. Malfunctioning. Okay, let's just go this way. There we go. The jiggers are naturally attracted to flora, if only because the flora similarly feasts on light. Photosynthesis. Okay. Oh, there we go. Crawled away to the snack to the cafeteria. The snack becomes the snacker. Thank Prime the lights are back. I was just about to do some prepping, and my night vision is not exactly top of the line. Did you happen to know what caused the blackout? I was a light drinker eel. I fixed it. Be careful. I was a light drinker eel. Light drinker eels? Oh. I don't mean to be crass, but what a bozo. Sorry, I understand people might want to bring in their own snacks. We all want a taste of home sometimes, or a little special something. But bringing on a luxury food like light drinker eels and then letting them get out, it's just reckless and rude. They didn't even ask me to prepare it. Well, thank you for taking care of it. You like my cooking, right, Blue Otter? Yeah, I love your cooking. I gotta go. Yeah, I love your cooking. Well, thank you. I didn't mean to get all insecure on you there. It just really based my burn meal, you know? Bringing a pricey snack like that and not even asking me about preparing it. It's downright unprofessional. Now you make sure to grab yourself a little snack. We may not have light drinker eels, but we've got all kinds of tasty other treats. Yeah, the fly is eating it. I think there's a way, there must be a way, because I know that there's an achievement for... Ooh. There's an achievement somewhere for eating food. Oh, here's the bridge. This is the ship's navigation system. It's analog. Once a magnetic coordinates tape is placed inside the scanner, consume its way there. Hold on. The buttons make a satisfying click noise when pressed, so satisfying you could take a ship off course just to hear that sweet click. Yeah. Not gonna do that though. Oh, there we are. There it is. Seems the light drinker eel wants to command of the ship. Fat chance, buddy. Ah, darn. Too bad, intern. We were gonna give you a little goof, Blue Otter. But you got the lights on too quick. Kid has gumption at least. True? I should have talked to them before I did that. Okay, so there's that one. Oh, did I solve it all? A perfectly good lunch ruined. My lunch, my precious delicacy, has once again run off on me. What do you mean once again? Was that... Whoa. What do you mean once again? I have a refined palate. And like my cuisine fresh. One cycle, not too long ago, I brought in a giant bird in my lunch sack. This bird was grass-fed and gardener raised. Oh, you needn't look so horrified. I was merely consuming one of its freshly molted feathers. An unparalleled delicacy. But alas, when my back was turned, the bird wandered off, leaving not a feather in its wake. What has escaped today? My lunch was a very difficult to procure, highly desirable, highly sought after jar of ultra rare light drinker eels. Yeah, guilty party right here. Over my lunch break, I was plating them delicately. They slipped through my mini grasps, and now they're dining on light like kings, while I go hungry like a common fool. Let's see. Isn't it irresponsible to bring those to work? Is there anything I can do to help? Everyone's gonna be mad at you. Is it a bit irresponsible to go through life, never experiencing the bounty that this galaxy has to offer? Now make yourself useful and help me. Find the eels and I shall be eternally indebted for a bit. And I suppose the rest of the team won't mind getting the lights back, if we're being coarse about it. Can you believe this? The whole production has ground to a standstill because of Ursop's snack. Of course, I made sure to scare the eels straight out of here. We can't have a blackout in reception. It just wouldn't do. But the rest of the ship is in chaos. And there's nothing I can do bolted to the floor. Alright, you have an exclamation mark. I've always wanted to try light drinking eels. They're said to be exquisite, or so the market price suggests. So you didn't bring them aboard? Where do you think they came from? What makes them so good? Aside from the price, well, you'd have to ask whoever's responsible for this. I would never. I wouldn't risk keeping such a delectable, expensive snack in our shared kitchen. I've been burned by that naivety before. My entire bag of rare rust truffles gone before I could try a single one. Oh, the memory is overwhelming to revisit. Okay, let's go back this way. I've still got the main room and I couldn't find one there. Okay. Who is that? Hey, declare yourself. It's me, Blue Otter. Oh, okay. Just between you and me, my night vision is not that good. Or rather, it's pretty bad actually. And the shuttle bots are scared of the dark. I hope they're okay. Let's see if we can find... Oh, there it is. Found it. He's right here. Electric eel could be comfortable here in the shuttle bay where the huge window into space draws near endless beams from rays and stars. Let's see if the dialogue changed. Oh, thank trash. It's pretty tough to get anything done with the lights out. Soldering and pitch darkness don't exactly go hand in hand. Yeah. I have eels to find. Goodbye. Don't worry, I'm handling it. Oh. That's good to hear. I hope the shuttle bots are okay. They're probably really scared right now. Their night vision is no good. And to be honest, neither are their navigational abilities. You'll keep a sensor out for them, won't you? Yeah, I have a feeling we need to go back here to engineering. Yep, it's dark back here too. Ship stash 2, turn out the lights. Is that all you've got to say? There we go. Oh, hey, it's me, Blue Otter. I'm the Times and Galaxy first ever robo intern reporter. Just kidding. I didn't update, and that's how they get you. Ah, there we go. Light drinker eel seems hungry. There's very little light to drink down here. Barry doesn't seem to care that the lights have come on. Yeah, are you afraid of the dark? Looks like a no. Oh, a stern no. That's good though. Seems this crisis is not affecting Barry at all. Well, either way, you need to track down those eels. Barry seems to sense your determination and gives a jaunty wave. Hey, what the rust was that about? The ship's status was fine, but the lights went out. Light drinker eels got loose. I got it. Nice. That's wild. Light drinker eels are super rare, but I'm glad you caught it. Between you and me, my night vision is top of the line, but the shuttle bots, they're afraid of the dark. So if there's any more of those things on the ship, I need you to zip around and grab them quick. I know the shuttle bots are kind of annoying, but they mean well, you know? I wouldn't want them to be spooked. Yeah, I'll try to be quick. Thanks. Good luck, Blue Otter. Yo, Blue Otter. Guess what? Got another new upgrade ready now. You'll be fully loaded. Get ready for the delight, the unbridled joy of the Charisma Cap. Shuttlebot X opens a panel on the back of your head and installs something that smells vaguely of cologne and fine wine. The entire process is painless, but also kind of disturbing. This nifty and stylish hat is super tiny. It plugs directly into your conversational processors. The result, more charismatic and charming conversation options in real time. I think it'll help you get the juicier details out of your interviewees. And maybe even a few more dates, wink. You have unlocked all upgrades. Thank you for your interest in upgrading. Self-care and self-improvement should always be a priority. Okay, so I think, yeah, this is... Hold on. Sawdust and gears everywhere. When was the last time Shuttlebot tidied? Oh. Okay, we've got most of the lights on, I think. I mean, I don't see any of the shuttle bots, but that doesn't necessarily surprise me. Okay, let's go up here one more time. Oh, I see it. I see it. It's here in conference room. Can we go back? Oh yeah, we can go back there. Okay. I was not aware of this. It's probably Ursula's desk. The light drinker eel found its way back to the editor-in-chief's office. Must fancy itself a boss. You found the last eel. Phew, all that running around really did a number on your battery's levels. When you're ready, head back to the charging station in bunks to recharge your next cycle. Let's do bunks. There we go. You did it. You found all the eels. You hang around on the ship some more to explore and chat or head to the next cycle. Let's recharge. Time to recharge and get ready for your next shift. I've kind of explored a bunch of the ship anyway. Internship cycle 7. We're in the bunks. Dream date. A copy of Cosmos Celestial Dream Date. Call your crushes from the stars. Okay, nobody's out here. I was broken once. I wish I was still broken. Check. Oh, we have, oh, I forgot we have it's just the toilet. Okay. Let's go talk to here first. Ah, hello, intern. In advance of next cycle's performance reviews, I've been reviewing our telemetry. Not that many readers seem interested in your stories so far. How are you feeling about your pieces so far? Do you have any tips for how I can improve? I mean, I think they're okay. I'm super. I'm glad to hear that. I'm expecting good things from you, intern. But no one is perfect. What is the area where you believe you are most lacking? Conducting thorough interviews, raising reputation, raising readership. I think conducting thorough interviews. Interviews. The most fickle part of the job, certainly. Try to gauge the attitude of the subject when you begin. Someone who is not interested in talking may not give you much. You'll want to try to get straight to the point. On the other hand, someone who wants to talk may be annoyed if you treat them like just part of your job. Remember that interview subjects are not obstacles. Yes, they are. They are community members with opinions and rich lives of their own. Now back to work, please. Let's see you put that advice into motion. Copybot is chatting with Arwen as you approach the assignment desk. I'm so far behind my editing work because of those light drinking eels. You and me both, buddy. Hello, Blue Otter. Thank you for solving the eel crisis. I am, of course, interested in remaining here in order to chat. Unfortunately, circumstances necessitate an immediate return to my duties. Last cycle was a bit of a quirk show. Not much of a cycle off, huh? Still, you look rested and ready for a new assignment. Here's what we have on the slate for this cycle. Whatever you don't take, I'll give to Yar. Model United Dorp Planet erupts in violence. A dirt fair on Humania. No, the dirt fair. No, that's not what I want. Richard was supposed to attend, but he found out the dirt pies are made of real dirt and insisted I give this to someone else. And the other story. Okay, good. I don't have to pick that one. A group of kids from across the solar system were meeting on Central Station to form a mock United Dorp Planets. I wasn't going to assign this at first. It seemed too soft and nice. But this is shaping up to be a wild story. And it apparently erupted in violence. The station sector is on lockdown. Yeah, let's do this one. All right, let's see if you make the grade. Because school, you know. Boo. Sorry. Yeah, that was a dad joke. Okay. So we are on our way. Oh, we have Mr. Pretentious Grammarly here. Ugh. Ursula asked me to write an in-depth think piece on Gazook. What do you know about Gazook? You search your memory files, you have no data about any Gazook. Gazook? Plenty of data, but not a single datum on Gazook. Well, time is ticking. I don't know anything about Gazook. Sorry, Richard. Gazook is a novelty horse figurine of great spiritual importance. Gazook is a primary giver of holiday gifts. I don't know anything, sorry. Useless. When I was an intern, I knew things about everything. Next time I ask you about something, know it. Dude, you're the reporter. You're supposed to go research something. It's not that hard. I mean, I did that for my entire master's thesis. Pipsqueak! Be warned. I've got a turbo case on of the Mondays today. Might want to give me a wide berth. Did anything happen? What do you mean? Oh, moon days. Sorry, not Mondays. What do you mean moon days? All right, being an inorganic being, no offense. You might be less familiar. Moon days are based on a being's proximity to their surrounding moons. This cycle, for example, the scanner is sitting squarely between the planet moon Pyro and Artrabla's lone moon, the moon. This can create an imperceivable and oppositional pull within the bods of organic beings and cause a great sense of doom or discomfort. Moon days. That sounds awful. I'll leave you to it. Everything else okay? Otherwise, any other cool moon arrangements I should know about? Yeah, everything okay otherwise? Gravity's got me down. Or Richard Gravity. Yeah, he's got everyone down. Not just the moons. He refused to take Copybot's notes on his pieces. The last one was so full of typos and grammatical disasters. Weird digressions about his nephew. You can read it in the archives. But I warn you, turn your critical thinking faculties off. Or you'll go insane. I've already crushed one of the Puff Pieces toys. I grabbed it to use as a stress cube. But guess I don't know my own strength. Hate to think what could be next. Good luck out there. Ha ha ha. I kind of want to go to the archives and look it up, and then I kind of like don't care to help him. Ah, Blue Otter. I have a question for you. I might have an answer. What's your favorite kind of art? What mediums appeal to you the most? Music, my sensors prefer visual art. Okay. I have to say, because I was in band, and actually I still have my French horn, music. Fantastic choice. I usually just have it on in the background. But it's cool that it's such a focus for you. For me, there's just something about visual art. Love how you can lose yourself in a painting. Find yourself transfixed by an abstract sculpture, or even just be intrigued by a doodle. I once stared at a crack in the newsroom wall for hours. Richard had thrown a book at the wall. Over an edit to one of his stories. The impact made such a beautiful pattern. The next cycle, JanitorBot filled it in. But I still think about that pattern all the time. I guess that's a bit weird to admit. Yeah, weird. Oh well. I'll keep your favorite type in mind next time I'm assigning stories. You know what? I could make a quick detour to the archives. Reception bot seems to be muttering angrily about something. Grr, bolo ties. What's wrong? What about bolo ties? How are you doing? What? Yeah, what's wrong? Wrong? Oh, nothing's wrong, of course. As usual, I have everything under control. Well, you seem, what was that about bolo ties? Tisk. I probably shouldn't be telling you this, but Richard Gravity wrote this review for a small business. Some place that makes custom bolo ties. He gave them a terrible review. And the owner keeps calling to complain. All cycle long, it's been relentless. I can't imagine why Gravity ever even reviewed them. He doesn't wear bolo ties. I wanted to see archives real quick, and then we'll go back to the shuttle bay. Archive. Let's see. Okay, it's not species. Oh. Gardeners, deep wheels, Shashkin, Huskers. It's not those. Okay, not any of that. Okay, I don't think it's there. What do we have? A majestic satellites. What secrets do you hold? As you stay on your course, I have veered from mine. Ah, hello, intern. What you doing? I was simply musing regarding the stars, about which we know so much, and yet never enough. Did you know Prito was once a part of this? He waves all four arms, indicating the Navum neon cluster until it split away. Perhaps that's why I have an affinity for the little moon planet, forging its own path in the deep beyond. Are you trying to do a metaphor about yourself? You and Chetland must get along then. What? No. A man can muse about the stars, can he not? One thing I'll tell you about our line of work that maybe you, a veritable tin can, will not understand. This job requires so much of you. You must be able to take a step back from time to time and reflect, which is why this year I've invested in a sign chiseled off of the finest Humanian driftwood that reads simply, breathe. The letters all spelled out. Isn't that fun? If you say so. All right, let's go ahead and go. Are you ready to head out on assignment? Let's do it. Shuttle butts are hosed down. Just hosed down the interior of the shuttle after Billy got space sick. Poor Billy, poor shuttle. Not poor shuttle bots though. They probably liked it. They're into gross stuff like that. War and Peace and Lunch. Okay. Uh-oh. This body isn't moving. Oh no, is this child just walking by? Nothing to see here. If I stay like this, I don't have to go back to class. You're lying to get out of class. Are you actually hurt? Oh, we have charisma. Shh, dead bodies don't talk. Oh, you're right. Thanks. Yeah. That probably lost me some points. You know what? You look like you're possibly a responsible adult, maybe. Astounding, isn't it? What young people are capable of when we get out of the way. To them, I'm Principal Evenstep. You can call me Draxton. I'm supervising today. How do you think the model UDP is going? If you're the principal, why haven't you stopped this? You call this supervision. Yeah, how do you think the model's going? I look around this room, this damaged, debris-filled room, and think, incredible. These students are the future. They're figuring things out on their own. Isn't that what this sort of mock government exercise is all about? Learning how to apply critical thinking in a real-world scenario. The lessons these students are learning. No, the lessons these students are teaching themselves. They will never forget. To think they wanted to cut the funding for our barricade making classes. Just look at the improvised workmanship. I'm proud of what these students have accomplished today. But what about all the damage that student lying on the ground? You're a principal of a school. Do you model? Does a typical model of you typically go like this? But what about all the damage? Oh, he's faking it. He sneaks a peek around when he thinks I'm not watching. Even that is an example of more initiative than he's shown all year. Sure, there's been some proper damage, but that's a small price to pay for this sort of hands-on learning. You're the only chaperone here. You're the principal of the school. Yeah, does a model of UDP typically go like this? Typically, it's just conversational back and forth. Some points won, others conceded. A middle-of-the-road resolution that accomplishes nothing. But this is going to be something else. These students are passionate and engaged. However, the negotiation ends. Its lessons will provide much more enduring than if they hadn't flipped these desks. As an educator, I see nothing but wins here. What do you think the parents will say? How is this different than anarchy? When will you stop this? Yeah, what will the parents say? Oh, some won't be happy. But that's usually the case. Again, I believe the lessons these students are learning today, the problem solving they're showing here, will silence those concerns. Why don't you go listen in on the negotiations? You'll see what I mean. These students are the future. And the future is figuring itself out right now. Don't miss it. Okay, let's... Oh, how many more do we have over here? We've got... Oh, here we go. We got... You found an existential oak seed. Its photosynthetic process requires not just air and light, but new information about the world it inhabits to prove to itself that it exists. We got 6 out of 12 of those. Let's start on this side and we'll work our way over. Ahoy, unknown robo. I'm Winifred. You aren't a student or a teacher. What's your business here? A reporter for TNG covering the model UDP. Yeah, I want to join the revolution. No, I'm a reporter. Then you are welcome. The revolution must be witnessed to grow. I admit we've done some excess damage today. We're good students, but better revolutionaries. We learned that during rehearsals for the school play. We played revolutionaries singing historical revolutionaries. And while the final curtain has fallen on that show, its lesson remained in our hearts. So we flipped today's model discussions into something more active. Cool, right? Very cool. Viva la revolution. What are your demands? Don't you think this has gone a bit too far? Yeah, what are your demands? Our demands are simple. With the topic of interglobal commerce, we're proposing the eradication of finance altogether. To the haters, I say, why not? Try it in model debate form. Try it for a week in a small isolated place like here. Just see what happens when nobody worries about money. When nobody feels controlled by it. How would you exchange goods and services instead? What about bankers? Yeah. How would you exchange goods and services? These little details are exactly what are being discussed in the negotiations. But you can't go. Not without my permission. So, quiz time, my robo friend. What play inspired our revolutionary fervor? The Miserables, these miserables, huh? The miserable people, money city maniacs. The Miserables? Correct. Way to go. You have my permission to listen in on the negotiations. Just remember, the revolution is inevitable. Okay, we've got you. Ack, my bolts feel loose again. Awkward. I don't know what to do. How about you tighten those boots? Oh, what side of the conflict are you on? You don't know what to do about what? How about you tighten those bolts up? They'll just get loose again. Ack. I'm TeenBot. Designed to represent and share the awkward teenage years. So organic beings don't feel so alone in their feelings. Ack, I've been going to this school for thousands of cycles. Always a teen, always so awkward. Ack. Have we seen a model UDP go like this before? What have you learned as being a team? Have you tried confidence? Have you seen a model UDP go like this before? Yeah, a couple times. Sometimes you try out a system adults use and realize how frustrating it is, how powerless it makes you feel. So some confident folks try to flip the things on its head, literally. But I try to stay out of it. I don't want to get in trouble. And then both sides get mad at me while I hang back. Ack. So I'm just kind of waiting for this revolution to be over. The school shuttle is supposed to pick us up soon. Ack. It can't come soon enough. Neither can adulthood. Will you ever become adult? What is your takeaway from the model UDP? You have a skateboard. Is a skateboarding a cool teen thing? Will you ever become an adult? I am not programmed to know that. Only to hope that it happens. I have so many limitations. I'm not even programmed to skateboard. I just carry it. I just carry one around, but I can't even use it. I've tried. The revolutionaries thought I could be useful, but then they saw me fall off the skateboard and just left me alone, which is probably for the best. Ack. This model UDP's been a lot. I'd rather learn the normal way, by memorizing facts. That's my special skill. Because I have a photographic memory chip. It doesn't help me here though. Only certain types of students learn in model event situations. Not me. I am not designed to handle unexpected adversity well. Ack. Alright, we're going... Come in. Dumb butts say what? Wait. Don't say anything. It's a trick. I'm Fornius, second in command of the Order of Order. I'm almost pranked you there. Sorry. What made you stop the prank? How rude. Sounds like you're the dumb butt. Yeah, what made you stop the prank? Because that's like what the old me would do. The me from before this cycle. I've always been a prankster. Forever aspiring to be a high level of foolishness. For as long as I can remember, I've been bait and switching sentences. Farting when one should not fart. Blocking at the school toilets so each flush shoots water up rather than down. If it's a silly fun way of acting out, I've probably done it. But now, there's a revolution. Students acting out, I see the errors of its ways. And in that, I see the flaws of who I've been. No matter what happens today, I, Fornius, will no longer be a prankster. I have renounced my credo of maximum prankitude. I will be milder, kinder, and prankless as I go. How has the change been going so far? What's wrong with the revolution? Okay, but what was your best ever prank? Yeah, how's the change been going? It's hard. I really want to prank you, for example. But I mustn't. To prank again would cast sympathy on the revolution, and they do not deserve such support. The revolution needs to be quelled. Their demands are extravagant and frustrating. We, the Order of Orders, must return to the place of the state of calm. Our grades depend on it. What are their demands? How are your grades currently? Wouldn't pranking the revolution help your cause? Yeah, what are their demands? Honestly, it's annoying stuff. That the new interglobal commerce be songs rather than bucks. The bigger the song, the more its value. And that's schools introduce advanced choreography to the physical education curriculum. It almost feels like we're being pranked. That feeling really changed something for me. To finally be on the receiving end of a prank. Hence this new me. Actually, I should go study while the negotiations are happening. If you want to talk to the negotiators, go for it. Tell the guard I said it's cool. Because you're cool. Thanks for chatting with the new me. Okay. I think... Good check. Okay, he's just taking pictures. A swirling psychopodian seed. The zeal plant is more of an amoeba, really. It's never successfully germinated in the DORP system. Maybe security bot can change that. Okay, so I got 2 plants so far. Halt. Our leaders are engaged in negotiations. You cannot pass. Wait, we've been told of your arrival. You may pass. Oh, I gotta go this way. There we go. You aren't listening. Oh, I can hear you perfectly. I'm simply not budging. Our demands are clear, unflinching, and important. You aren't accepting them. That's the problem here. So, guess it's time for another song. Do you hear our new demands? Stop. Stop singing. The real press is here. You are embarrassing us. The songs will continue until our demands are met. I'm sure I should be singing that. Your demands are unreasonable. You want songs to replace our currency and put mandatory choreography classes in school. Why not? This is a model UDP. Why can't we try some fun new ideas? We try it out, we like it, or we don't. But we don't know until we try. That isn't the point of the exercise. We are supposed to be acting like adults, not silly children. We need to make the decisions that adults make. This is important practice. What's your hurry to grow up? Don't you want to be a fun adult? Excuse me, journalist. Do you think the adult world could use more fun? Yes, more choreography too. No, flash mobs are illegal for a reason. I am here simply to observe. Boring answer. I liked it. It's the responsible path to take. I'm not taking sides. You would. What's your hurry to grow up, Hugo? You already act like a boring old adult. Why not live some of that childhood you never let yourself have? Live your childhood. Fine, whatever. I don't care. Well, I do care. Adulthood is whatever we make it. And I just want something to matter. Fun stuff does matter. It matters so much that we made a revolution about it. A revolution within a school-sanctioned event. Nothing's going to change once we go home. It's over. Maybe, but that isn't the point. Maybe the point is what we learned from this exercise. That we get to learn what we're capable of. What snacks are best to hoard, what lines we draw in the sand. And really, what's worth fighting for. Songs and dancing are worth fighting for? Yes, they are. Fine. We accept your amended resolutions. After bitter debate, the opposition order accepted the demands of the revolutionaries, prompting a handshake and the declaration that the revolution has been satisfied. You do? That makes me want to. Stop. Don't press your luck by singing about it. They shake hands. Hooray! The revolution has been satisfied. Now we just got to... There we go. Is that a piece of toast? Please settle down. He's still asleep. I'll check to make sure. There's nothing over here, right, that I'm missing? No. Oh, there's the miserables. Huh. Okay. Let's build our story. So headline, model UDP gets out of hand, turns violent, chaos in Central Station, logged, students revolution satisfied. We don't have, this one probably be interview subjects and explore to unlock. Might see if we can come up with a better one than this. So let's do model UDP sermon on Central Station erupted in chaos after an apparent disagreement between students representing different political bodies. That's sensational. I mean, that's the only two that I've got. A revolutionary faction of students at a model UDP gathering in Central Station led to a violent clash between the faction and a rival group of students demanding order. I think we'd do that one. I mean, I'm going to have sensational regardless, and it's not going to affect the readership or the reputation. Fires burned and at least one student appeared to be seriously injured after the Central Station conference room was laid waste and rival camps were hastily constructed. Revolutionary group of students demanded songs to replace currency and mandatory choreo classes in schools. After bitter debate, the opposition order accepted the demands of the revolutionaries, prompting a handshake and the declaration of the revolution to be satisfied. Student revolutionaries destroyed the event to bring about something more active than passive, as they put it. Cool. Students of the revolutionary side appeared to be inspired by popular play These Miserables, the musical. The students in the revolutionary side appeared to be inspired by the hit play These Miserables, proof that violent media does have an effect on adolescent behavior. That is false. The Order of Orders threatened to prank this journalist for daring to write about the student uprisings. That didn't really happen. That's also going to do like -3 reputations. That's just basically calling out a kid for being a kid. I'm thinking this one. No one had anything interesting to say. Our demands were clear, unflinching, and important, said Javin, the revolutionary. The songs will continue until our demands are met. Why not? This is the model UDP. Why can't we try out some fun ideas? Asked Jalvin, the revolutionary. We try it out. We like it or we don't, but we don't know until we try. I like that one. We're supposed to be acting like adults, not silly children, said Hugo Jebert, leader of the Order of Order. We need to make the decisions that adults make. This is important practice. Fun stuff doesn't matter. Only matters that we made a revolution about. Astounding isn't that young people are capable of even when we get out of the way. The lessons these students are teaching, I really don't want to focus on the principal. Lessons these students are teaching themselves will never forget. So the principal Jackson even said the event supervisor to think they wanted to cut the funding for our barricade making classes. Just look at the improvised workmanship. Sure, there's been some property damage, but that's a small price to pay for this sort of hands-on learning. I've always been a prankster, forever aspiring to high-level foolishness. It's talking about pranks. The revolution needs to be quelled. Their demands are extravagant and frustrating, so, and their grades depend on it. The point is what we learn from the exercise, that we get to learn what we're capable of. Come, siblings of every stripe, rise up and embrace your freedom with us. Walk forward, not back to science class, but onward to our glorious new future, the Revolutionary Manifesto claimed. P.S. Hugo smells. Do you want to side with the smelly? I'm just kind of waiting. Is this like elementary school or something? I'm just kind of waiting for this revolution to be over, said one disgruntled student. That's it for that one. Let's go back over to this one. I liked that one. Information. The model UDP is an educational initiative that encourages students from all over DORP system to engage in political discussion mirroring what takes place IRL. Revolution had a few real consequences, but certainly did make a mess of the room where the model is. I'm leaning towards the first one. The faux uprising led to some real damage. Principal Jackson, an organizer of this event cycle, insisted that the concerns from parents would be silenced with, yeah. Students' demands include the proposal of eradicating finance. One student was pretending to have died to avoid the conflict and having to return to class. I think it was the first one. -1 readership, but I mean, I've got some extra readership up above. Okay. Yeah, today's been a big win for student-led education. Okay, let's go back. You're out of here. My story is complete. Time to head back. Student reunion, student revolution satisfied, not reunion. There we go. We're gonna submit our story. 7 out of 15. Reputation went up. Readership went up. Readership's up thanks to stories like this. Internship cycle 8. And we are going to continue in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day and see you next time.